4 huge games, 8 quarterbacks. Who do you trust the most? It's trust issues. We're using the Miami Heat, Miami Vice factor there. First up, Rams at 49ers, Week 3 matchup. Went to the Rams, even though Purdy put up a 137 passer rating. Brew, that's the second best by any quarterback in a loss. I mean, what can Purdy do, you know? Trying to carry
Jared Goff can throw 5 picks and win. Purdy can't even win with this.
Brew, who do you trust more, Purdy or Stafford?
This really is a tough question because Stafford, I do think is really good. I think he's a tier 2 quarterback. I think most people agree with that except Nick. I think he's tier. Well, Nick, I think you said.
No, I mean, Brew's got 10 guys in tier 2.
No, I'm not. I didn't.
You did
verify.
more than that.
We didn't go through all.
We
10.
did go through
we didn't
all
go through
of
all
it.
10.
Yeah.
But what's his name? Stafford is in there. All right,
with Purdy.
And he's really good when he's got his Avengers. All right, there's no question about that. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. And he's on a tear. Last 4 games, he has been great. I think he got 10 touchdowns, no picks. So he's playing great football. Still, give me Brock.
Yeah.
All right, because, Coach, when they played in Week 3, and Brock didn't have McCaffrey, Debo, or George Kittle, and he put up the numbers that you saw on that screen, 137 passer rating, 3 touchdowns, even ran for almost 50 yards, and outplayed Matthew Stafford. Now, Stafford didn't have some guys too, but Stafford struggles when he doesn't have his guys. But that's actually a good game for him to not have his guys. So I'm going to go with Purdy. I also think, Coach, that San Francisco's defense, they showed me something last week. Now, can they keep it up? They haven't been great this year. But last week they played well. Did they figure something out? You know, and Purdy did it last week with some of the injuries against a Chicago defense that I think is better than the Rams. So I think both will play a really good game, but I'll take Purdy in there.
Yeah, it's incomprehensible to trust Purdy more than Stafford to me. I think Stafford is one of the great quarterbacks in this league, and I think Brock Purdy, we are finding out how good he is or isn't. And so I put Mahomes in a class by himself, and I put Stafford in that exact same group that Allen, Lamar, and Burrow are.
All right, so Bruce's take did not age very well there. He decided to trust Brock Purdy more than Matthew Stafford, and Stafford definitely outplayed Purdy. Although Matt Stafford had a pretty bad game as well. I mean, he tried to throw like 5 or 6 picks. There were a lot of balls that got away from Matt Stafford, and like the 49ers were not able to capitalize. I mean, there was a couple balls right in Demo's hands. He dropped them. Huff, I mean, he was playing with one hand essentially, so you can't really blame him for not picking off that ball that went straight into his chest. I mean, Matt Stafford definitely gave the Niners a bunch of chances, and he tried to blow this game. The Niners just couldn't take advantage. And Brock Purdy, had a really bad game here, only throwing for, 142 yards, no TDs. His completion percentage was terrible. He was 14 out of 31, so he couldn't even get to the 50% mark. Now, there were some drops in there, especially the one from Debo. I mean, if Debo catches that ball, that's going to help Brock's, completion percentage a little bit, and it's going to probably get the Niners into the end zone. They're still not going to win the game if Debo catches that ball, but, it would have made it a little more interesting for sure. But yeah, Brock Purdy just, I don't know. He, in the post-game interview, he said he didn't even see where Jawan Jennings was when he threw that interception. It's like, what are you doing, dude? You don't even see where he's in, like where JJ is in the route, and you're just chucking the ball into double coverage. So that was a big mistake for Purdy. And then I remember there was another big play where Pearsall got loose and Brock underthrew it, so it ended up being incomplete. Luckily, Brock did not get picked off on that play. But, you can just see that he underthrew the ball, his weak arm just, not getting it done. And then you look at Matt Stafford. He threw that 51-yard bomb, I think, to Puka. You could see he had enough arm. He had strong enough of an arm there to get that ball out and not underthrow it and not get it batted away, and make the play. So, definitely Nick here was right in picking Matt Stafford the way it kind of played out. Now, if some of those balls would have been picked off by the Niners, this could have been a different story. I mean, if Matt Stafford actually throws for 2, 3, 4, 5 picks with some of those bad passes, we could be sitting here looking at a Niners win. But at the end of the day, Niners didn't get it done, and the offense was the main reason for sure. Again, just, the offensive players just not getting it done. Brock Purdy, what he did out there, not good enough. Underthrowing the ball, throwing to receivers when he can't even see them. He doesn't even know where they're at in their route. So let me know what you think about it here. What do you think about the Niners just scoring 6 points and not being able to get into the end zone, not being able to get it done on offense? And what do you think here about Matthew Stafford versus Brock Purdy? Who here is the better quarterback? We definitely know who had the better game in this game, and it was definitely Matt Stafford. But what do you think about Brock Purdy for the future? Is he the franchise QB like John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan say he is? Or do the Niners need to look elsewhere? Do they need to look to draft a quarterback? So let me know what you think about it in the comments section. I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this, and I will talk to you soon.